The girl was thrown back to 2008, 1 year before the boy's life went off track, and the first person she saw was the transfer student everyone treated like trouble. That year, the Olympics had not opened, QQ was still the secret world after class, and old idol dramas were on every screen. But to her, none of it was nostalgia. It was a warning. In her old life, she only knew this boy through records and rumors. He should have shined, but one wrong summer ruined him. This time, he walked into her classroom in a white shirt, carrying a purple backpack and wearing a watch she recognized. Everyone thought he was arrogant. Only she knew he was standing at the edge of disaster. So the girl hid behind her textbook and pretended not to care. However, the more she avoided him, the more he noticed her. When the teacher asked about missing papers, she knew the answer. When he looked at her, she froze, because every detail matched her memory. Soon, the boy started testing her. He asked why she knew things she should not know. He followed her after class, watched her on the bus, and appeared at the old record shop where she went for clues. To the classmates, it looked like a crush. To her, it was dangerous. If he found out she came from the future, everything could change. Her short-haired best friend also sensed something wrong. She demanded the truth. The girl could not say that the boy's music, family, and regret were tied together. She could only say she wanted to help, but her friend thought she had fallen for him. Just then, the boy caught her talking about him. Outside school, he blocked her way and asked what she had told her friend. The girl tried to stay calm, but he did not believe her. Instead, he held out a small charm and said if she wanted to know his secret, she had to trade one of her own. Only then did she realize he was not careless. He had old albums in his bag. He went to the record shop alone. He pretended not to care, but his eyes changed whenever someone mentioned music. His dream had never died. It had only been buried. To get closer without exposing herself, the girl used QQ. She sent him a friend request under another name and entered his world as a stranger. She talked about songs, records, and dreams. For the first time, he lowered his guard, but the next day in class, he fell asleep on his desk, and she understood he had been chatting with her all night without knowing who she was. Soon, a volunteer form appeared, and the school began talking about that summer. The girl knew this was another key point. One wrong choice could push him back into the same future, so she kept moving, even when classmates laughed, even when her friend questioned her, and even when his eyes sharpened every time she slipped. At a seaside aquarium event, an accident almost exposed them. A fishbowl shook, water spilled, and everyone panicked. Before the girl could react, the boy pulled her away. She finally understood the cruelest part. She had come back to save him, but he was already starting to protect her. However, pressure was waiting at home. At dinner, his family reminded him that senior year was not for music or useless dreams. His brother pushed him to be practical. His mother asked if he was used to school. The boy promised he knew what he was doing, but his fingers tightened around the charm. He thought he had hidden it all. But the next second, his brother's eyes fell on the charm in his hand, and the room went silent.